Peace. Welcome again. This is season 2 called Disaster Management, okay? And episode 1 is going to be about firefighting. All right, so let's start. So these are pictures of possible fires or fires that happened on the previous events. Okay, some that caught forest caught on fire, or a factory caught on fire, college caught on fire, petroleum, or a house, or even a building, okay, or even a car. So these are all possible at all time. So what is firefighting? It is said visited by a thief rather than visited by a fire. The practice of dealing with fire disaster and being prepared for it rather than dealing with it on the spot. Next, real events. These are real events that I caught along the way. So one of them is a gas leak that led to fire on a jewelry factory that blocked the main exit. The failure to allocate emergency exits, unavailability of emergency exits, and the crowd control failure of staff. Anyway, next will be the movie From the Ashes, based on a true event, where student got locked cause of the unavailability of emergency exits. Student and staff failed to allocate emergency exits, and the crowd control failure of staff. What is needed to build a memory muscle to deal with allocating emergency exits, establishing correct course of actions, dealing with aftershock, and these are like at least until the arrival of the concerned party of firefighting. Allocating exits and emergency exits. The practice once or twice a year on evacuating a building can decrease crowding at certain exits. Therefore, the outflow of populated building can go smooth and saves lives. Next, correct course of actions. Okay, so correct course of actions. If you never received a firefighting training, don't be the hero of the story. Okay, so the only thing that you should be doing is evacuating and making people recognize that you allocated an exit is you know is the primary objective, and that you should do until the firefighters arrive. Things that can be helpful but are not necessarily should be done: pressing fire alarm, breaking or opening windows, finding fire extinguishers, finding fire blankets or fire covers, and turning off breakers. So next will be dealing with aftershock. If you never received first aid training on these situations, never try to deal with an injured of fire. Injuries that occurs after fire: suffocate, first degree burn, second degree burn, third degree burn. Okay, so these are the example of first and second and third degree burns. All right, now if you like I said in the beginning of this slide, is if you never received a first aid training on dealing with these situations, never ever try to deal with an injured of fire, because if you failed to recognize the first degree burn or second degree burn or third degree burn and you dealt with it, sometimes it can lead to death. Okay, so placing water, ice, cream, or cloth are never recommended, or are never recommended on an injury, thinking that you might help the patient. uh, these things can lead to death of the patient, because especially if it's a third degree burn, if you place water or ice, it can um, bring the body to a shock, and then it can stop his heart. All right, so that's it, and I'm sure that these are just like general knowledge. I didn't go deep on everything. I didn't cover everything, but this, it can be helpful for the future. All right, So again, thank you again for watching, and this will